All right, let's build the Daedalus from Stargate. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to place my mag-filled landing thrusters. So starting right here at the center, we're going to move back 2. So 1, 2, I'm going to place that there. From here, I'm going to use the Thunderbird class 2x1 hab. I'm just going to snap that right above this, thruster. So the back portion is going to snap to it. So right in front of this 2x1, I'm going to place the Titan class landing bay, and I'm just going to flip that around just like that. All right, and then right behind the 2x1 is going to be the Albatross cargo tank, and I'm just going to flip that upside down. I'm going to rotate that to where it snaps to the back of this 2x1. All right, now from here, I'm going to be placing 3 more of these Thunderbird class halves on each side. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3. All right, now that those are placed, I'm then going to take the swept casing pieces. I'm going to flip those upside down, and I'm just going to snap them right here. So they're going to get snapped to these far 2x1s. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just like that. All right, now from here, I'm going to take just any 1x1 hab. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to place one here just like that. I'm then going to take a ducting outlet, and I'm just going to place that along the side. From here, I'm going to move this 1x1 piece, and I'm just going to make sure that it snaps right above this ducting outlet. From here, I then can just delete that. All right, now that that's where it's at, I can then take the twin echo jets, I believe. Yep, twin echo jets, and I'm just going to snap those right behind this 1x1. And you can pretty much do the same thing on the other side, but just to kind of speed up the process, I'm just going to build just across, just like this. And just delete all the stuff that I don't need. And then I can just snap another twin echo jet right there. So once those twin echo jets are placed, then can delete these 1x1 habs. It'll actually make sense here in a second. I'm then going to place ducting joints. And these are just going to get snapped right behind these far 2x1s. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just like that. All right. Now from here, we're moving up the next level. This time I'm going to be using the Titan class 2x1 habs. So I'm going to place one right above this bottom 2x1. From here, I'm going to extend that out 2 on both sides. So 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, and then from here, let's see. I'm going to take the Albatross side pod, and I'm just going to snap these right on top of these ducting joints. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. All right, now right in front of those, I'm going to take the Albatross cargo tanks, snap 2 of them there. Once again, do the same thing on the other side. And then right in front of those, I got more of these Albatross side pods. So I'm going to place one here. I'm going to rotate it and place the other one just like that. And once again, do the same thing on this side. All right, so now, starting from this middle 2x1, I'm going to build 4 of them outwards, straight ahead. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And then now, I'm going to take the reinforced hull link. I'm just going to snap one right here in this nook, and then the other one right here in that nook. And then once those are placed, that's going to allow me to be able to place our weapon systems. So for this build, I'm just using the phase beam array. I'm just going to snap that right here and right here. So it should snap to the back snapping point of this reinforced hull link. All right, so now from here, I'm going to take the ducting joint, and I'm going to snap this right above this Albatross cargo tank. Now jumping up to the front, I'm going to place my antenna. That's just going to get snapped right here to this front 2x1. I'm then going to take the longshore cowling, and that's just going to get snapped right above this 2x1. Right behind that, I'm just going to place another 2x1. And then right behind that, going to take a firebox fairing piece. I'm going to flip that upside down, and I'm going to rotate it to where the back is connecting to the back side of this 2x1. Now, from here, this is kind of where it gets a little tricky. Let's see. You're just going to take any 1x1 piece, and you're just going to place that right behind this firebox fairing piece. From here, hopefully I do it right the first time. I believe you snap it to the side right here. And then once that's placed, you're going to take this 1x1. Yep, that's right. And you're going to snap it to where this ducting outlet snaps to the back of it. And then once that's placed, you can then delete that. All right, now from here, I'm going to take the albatross cargo tank. I'm going to rotate it, and that's just going to get snapped to the side of this 1x1. And once that's been placed, you then can just delete that. And then going to place another one on the other side, just like that. And then right behind those, I'm going to use the albatross side pods. So I'm going to place 2 more. So 1, 2. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2. All right. So something else that I found out that actually, because they're kind of offset by half, I figured out that these Argonaut aerofoils, if you butt this up to here, it like goes in perfectly. But in order to do that, we have to move this back just slightly. So using this new trick that I found out, you take the Rockhopper propeller module. This will allow you to offset it by half. So like right here, how it's jumping to the correct snapping points on the right side if you're looking at it from the front. But if you flip it, it actually snaps to half points on the left side. So what we're going to do is we're just going to offset it just by half, just like that. And that's going to allow us to take this 2x1. We can just bring that back just half. I then can just delete that piece. And then now that that's placed, I then can take my Argonaut aerofoils. I can just snap those along the side just like this. And then once those are placed, I then can just take this 2x1, and I can just bring that forward again. All right, so now from here, I'm going to take the streamline trim, and that's going to get snapped along the side of this front back portion of the 2x1. Do the same thing on the other side. Right behind those, I'm going to take the streamline trim, place that here, and then right behind those, got the other cap piece. I'm just going to flip that to where it's facing backwards and place that there. All right. I think we're doing pretty good at the moment. All right, now jumping back to the back. Let's see, I'm going to take a albatross cargo tank. And I'm just going to snap that on top of this this ducting joint. And then right in front of this, I'm going to take a 1x1 Titan class walkway, and that's just going to get snapped right there. All right, so now, using that trick that I showed you earlier, using the Rockhopper propeller module, see, we're going to flip that around, we're going to place it on this left side, and we're just going to bring this forward just a half, just like that, and then going to bring this 1x1 forward to match it, then I can then delete that. All right, now from here, that's going to allow me to take these long short cowling pieces. I'm just going to rotate them, and I'm going to snap them to the side of this 1x1, just like that. Now, to the front and back of these long short cowling pieces, I'm going to take these turbine cowling pieces. I'm going to place those, like I said, to the front and back. Do the same thing on the other side. All right, and now that those are all placed, I then can take this 1x1. I can just move that back to its original spot. Now, right here in this little area, I can place my reactors. So for this build, I just took the Azimuth class reactors. I just placed one here, and I just placed the other one here, just like that. All right, I think we're ready to move on to the upper section. All right, so from here, I'm going to take the Titan class 2x1, and I'm just going to snap that right on top of this back 1x1 walkway. So the back portion of this 2x1 will be connecting to that 1x1 walkway underneath. So I'm going to place one there, and then place another one right in front of that. And then right in front of this 2x1, I'm going to place our Thunderbird class cockpit. So that's going to get snapped right there. Alright. So now I'm going to take the Titan class walkway, the 1x1, and I'm going to snap to the side of this 2x1, but I'm going to snap it to the back snapping point on the one side. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, just like that. And then right behind those, I'm going to place one more on each side of these 2x1s. That's going to go there, and then that one's going to go there. Alright, now from here, I'm going to take the hard frame diffusers. I'm just going to flip that upside down, and one's going to get snapped right there. Flip that, and the other one's going to get snapped there. I'm going to jump towards the back. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to rotate these. So one's going to go here. I'm going to flip that, and then one's going to go there. Now this little gap, I'm going to fill that in with a hard frame cowling piece. I'm just going to flip that upside down. I'm going to rotate it to where it snaps there, just like that. All right. Now from here, I'm going to take the streamline trim cap, and that's just going to get snapped right here along this front 2x1, and then, or actually I think this is a 1x1. Yeah, so this is just going to get snapped right to the side of this 1x1. I'm going to place another one right to the back. I'm going to flip it to where it's facing backwards, and that one's going to get placed there. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then right here in this little opening, I got more streamlined trim. So that's going to go there, and this one's going to go there. All right. Now from here, I'm going to take a Titan class walkway, the 1x1, and that's going to get snapped to the front snapping point of this back 2x1 on the right-hand side if you're looking at the ship from the front. Behind that, you're going to take the Albatross side pod. You're going to rotate that, and the back end is just going to snap up to the back side of this 1x1 piece. All right, now jumping to the back, place some thrusters. Let's see, I believe they are going to be the Thunderbird heavy boosters. Yep, that looks correct. So the snapping point for both of these, they're going to snap to this ducting joint. So see how that kind of butts up to the side? So those are just going to get placed there. And then right underneath that in these little areas, they're going to get snapped behind these 2x1s. I'm going to take the Pyro Drive boosters. So one's going to go there, and the other one's going to go there. All right. Now jumping to the front of the ship, I'm going to take the Albatross cargo tank. I'm going to flip that upside down, and yep, that looks right. I'm going to place that right here, right underneath this front 2x1. Behind that, I'm going to take this longshore cowling piece. I'm going to flip it upside down. I'm going to rotate it so the back end is going to bump up to this Albatross cargo tank. All right, so now that's going to put me at the 100 out of 100 cap limit. And this is kind of where it gets a little difficult. So from here, you should be able to save your ship. So that's what we're going to have to do. So we're going to finalize current design. And once you back out to where you're in character mode, we're going to turn these into bays. And originally when I made this, I was actually trying to build like a full accessible bay that you can access from each side of the ship. But just due to how difficult it was to actually place our flooring to these, I just decided just to do just these small areas. But another thing I wanted to mention, when doing these builds, there's a fine line between, you know, the difficulty of actually building it, because I want it to be more of like a simplistic to where anybody can kind of replicate it, but I also want it to be detailed enough to where it actually looks good. So I had to find just a fair balance between the two. So once again, that's kind of why I am going the route that I did with this. So from here, you can kind of see that this underneath is opened. What we're gonna do, and like I said, this is kind of difficult, but the only way to get this ship looking the way it is, I had to do it. I use these flat panel pieces, and I end up placing them along the bottom to form kind of this flooring. So right here, it's kind of a pain because, like, you know, you can kind of like rotate it and everything, and you know, you can get it, or at least try to get it as perfect, you know, as you can, but that's pretty difficult. So what I ended up finding out to make it a little bit more easier to do, I ended up jumping back into the build editor. And once in the build editor, I ended up placing just some 2x1s under, just like this. So I did it for that side, and then I just did the same thing for the other side. Now, as you can see, we're kind of over our complexity limit. So just for right now, I'm just going to delete just 2 pieces on each side. And these pieces will be put back once we're actually finished. So now that those are placed and everything, we're going to then back out once again. And apply the edits. And I'm going to jump over to these bays. So from here, these 2x1s will allow you to actually place these flat panel pieces. And for people playing on PC, in order to access those panels, if you click Z on your keyboard, it kind of opens up like your furnishings tab. And if you scroll down under decorative technology, you have these flat panels. So now see how you can lay them flat, and you can kind of rotate them to wherever you want. And I ended up blowing these up just a little bit, and by a little bit I almost maxed it out. And I just kind of place these. I'm doing this quick for the video, but I just place these across. Just like this. Now, for your build, you're just going to want to take your time to where you get it just perfect, right? So I got those placed on that side. Do the same thing over on the other side. All right, so now those are placed, and when I did this for the showcase version of the build, this took me a long time to do. This took me probably about an hour just to place 4 of these things on each side. And I ended up having just like a little bit of a lip or an overhang. So these were sticking out just a little bit further with my final design. So once again, like I said, when you guys do it, take your time, get it perfect. But once these are placed, you're going to jump right back into the build mode. And once in build mode, we're gonna place our pieces that we deleted earlier. So I'm going to take the streamline trim, place that here, place another one on the other side. And then I got the streamline trim cap piece. I'm going to flip that forward. One goes there, and one goes here. All right, so now for these 2x1 pieces, I recommend not deleting these where they're at the moment, because I don't want you to run the risk of these automatically getting deleted as well. So what I found out, if you just take these and just move these off to the side, you don't have to worry about those getting deleted. So once those are off to the side, I can then just delete these, do the same thing on the other side. And I can delete these. All right, so now you should have this flooring to your base. Now at this point, I think we're ready to move on to the actual decorative process of the ship. All right, so now for decorating the ship, first things first, you're going to want to paint everything. The colors that I used for the actual ship parts, it's going to be the gray and dark gray option with the gloss finish. So the whole entirety of the actual ship pieces itself, that's going to be that color. Any decorative pieces that I place, like these are going to be the black and yellow colors. So that goes for any of those pieces. Same thing with these panel pieces right here. So at this point, everything else that we're going to place are going to be like these furnishing pieces. So I'm going to kind of go over just briefly, and then I'll just kind of show an overview of kind of where everything is located. So for example, like this piece right here, to access or to be able to place this for PC players, Z on your keyboard, that opens up like your furnishing tabs. So under furnishings, scroll down to decorative technology. This is just a side panel piece. This piece right here is going to be a storage panel found under the same area. These are more of these side panels. I just shrunk them down a little bit. More side panels right here. A lot of this stuff is just the same. Right here, I have an antenna. I believe these are found under the decoration tab. Yep. So under the decoration tab, you got your tall antenna. So one goes there. You got two more on top. In front of this 1x1 right here, you want to place a window piece. So you're going to open up, once again, your furnishing tab. And all the way to the left-hand side under interior modules, internal configuration, you got your seamless window. So I put a window right in front of this 1x1. I also have some numbers. 304 on the side of the 1x1. I think I did it on the other side. Yep, got another 304 on the other side. Jumping around to the front, right in front of the cockpit, I have this side panel. I believe that's what it's called. Yep, got a side panel just laid down right in front of the cockpit. And then right in front of those, I have a bunch of these vents. I got wall fans. So I got a bunch of the wall fans in 2 rows, just like that. All right, jumping around to the side. I got some more side panels and storage panels right there. I don't think I got anything up front, which doesn't look like I do. All right, and then underneath this little piece, I got some more storage panels and side panels. And everything's the same on the other side as well. So I got those. Jumping around to the side where like these little bays are. Got another storage panel. That just goes there. On top of this, I have some more storage panels and side panels. Got one here and here. Moving into the bay, this was kind of tricky. I got some lights placed. So I ended up using, under the, if you click Z again, I believe it's going to be, yep, it's going to be under the decoration tabs. I used the white light. I just placed them on the floor. So I kind of started, and I just kind of used this as a guide. I just kind of spaced it out as best I could, and I just went forward, and I ended it before it went off these panels. I did the same thing on the other side. So that kind of gives like directional lights for a spaceship or whatever to land inside. And I did the same thing on the other side. So once all that's placed, I think that'll do it. So I'm just going to give you an overhead view of the top portion because, like I said, there's quite a few decorative pieces up here. And I'll list them in the tutorial here. All right, and once you get all of that placed and painted, I believe that's going to complete the build. Actually, never mind. There's one thing I forgot. This would not be a Barden Builds without me screwing something up. So, ladder placement. Sometimes I forget to do this in videos, and I get messages about people being like, I followed your instructions, but I don't have any ladders, and I have to tell them, you have to place them. Like, that was something I forgot to do. So, I'm going to do a quick stair or ladder placement. So, right as you enter the ship, press Z on the keyboard for computer players. Under this far left tab for interior modules, under internal configuration, you have your internal stairway. So one's going to go right here in the back, jumping to both sides. So we're going to skip one room. The second room, we'll place some stairs there. Do the same thing on the other side. So as soon as you enter, we're going to turn right. We're going to skip one room. Got more stairs here. All right, so moving on to the second level, I just got stairs that just go immediately right up to the next level from here. And then same thing in this little 1x1 room. Got stairs that go up to the next level. And now that we're in this level, I'm going to turn left. I'm going to enter this left room. And the front connector point of this room, I'm going to place some stairs, because this is going to lead up to that little 1x1 up top, just right here. So once those stairs are placed, now this time I think that completes the build.